bring y'all this type of energy. But it has been a struggle these last couple of days. Now, it is currently September 7th. Oh, perfect. Okay. Oh, I gotta send out some birthday text messages. It's been a rough morning. But it's really been a rough couple days. So I was in Texas like 3 days ago, and my APU went out, and it's been really hot. Okay, I just wiped my face before I started to record this video, so you might can't tell, but I'm a little rosy in the cheeks. A little more rosier than normal. But I'm supposed to go on my vacation next week, and y'all remember in my last video when I said that every time it gets close for me to go home, some things go wrong. Yeah, so here's what happened. Okay, so my APU went out, right? It'll go off, it'll come back on, it'll give me the red triangle of death alert that either says engine or alternator. Okay, it's also starting to affect my truck battery. So road assist will be like, you need to run the engine for a while to build that battery charge back up. Y'all, Bella is treating my truck, the front half of the truck, as a jungle gym right now. Also, I had another flat tire yesterday. I blew a tire. Well, it didn't blow. Like, I was driving some road debris. I don't know how this happened, but I heard a pop, and I started to see my tire pressure monitor quickly decline, and I hurried up and pulled over when I was in Alabama. I had made it to past Mobile, Alabama, right before that bridge or whatever. Yeah, so waited 2.5 hours for Love's tire roadside truck to get there to get another drive tire. This time it was on the right side of the truck. Got a new tire. Made it to Atlanta last night. I normally, like, if I'm under a load, I will park at the store my truck drop yard off of y'all know, off of Jonesboro Road, because it was right around the corner from where I am currently at Royal Foods. And I've been at my 90 because this was a 2-stop trip. The 02 was in Biloxi, Mississippi, and the 90 is here in Forest Park. So I've been here since 8 o'clock, and it is current. I don't have my watch on, but I know for a fact it is a little after 2, and I'm just now feel them unloading me. But it is hot. I have this little dual fan system thingy. It's blowing nothing but hot air, and I cannot spend another night in this truck while it's this hot and humid because of the rain. So me and Bella are going to my godbrother's house, since he stays 1.5 miles away from the Atlanta drop yard. And then I'm gonna get up early in the morning and because I missed my appointment this morning at the Thermo King, because I'm still here waiting to getting unloaded. So we're gonna go to the Thermo King, all the way in Resaca. I think that's how you pronounce it, but it's like North Georgia 75 headed towards Chattanooga. Pass through there a lot. I've just never stopped through there. But I'm gonna take my truck early in the morning because they open at 7 to get my APU fixed, so I can get back to rolling, because I don't need no more downtime. I'm just trying to make it to the 15th when I come home. Like, it's a struggle, and it's really hot. It's really hot. Like suffocating hot. But yeah, I can't sleep in this oven no more. Last night it was fine. It was like 72 degrees, and with the little the fan was blowing, it was fine. But it is really hot and humid right now. So yeah, after I finish getting unloaded, We headed. I'm packing my little shower bag to take to my brother's house. He gonna make dinner, and I'm gonna chill out over there. And I'm gonna take me a nice shower. His AC works. Sleep in the bed. Like, yeah. It's been rough, you guys, but it's gonna be so worth it when I go to Spain. But yeah, I'll check in with you guys later. Alright, so just checking back in with you guys. It's been a rough one. I got my APU fixed finally, but now it's like acting up again. So yeah, I'm just gonna wait till I come back from vacation to get it fixed. Like, the fan works, it's just that when I cut the AC on, it cuts off. Like, the whole thing will shut down. Yesterday was really rough. So I ended up getting a load from Charleston. Well, I dropped a Budweiser load off from Cartersville after I got my APU fixed. I picked up a Budweiser load from Cartersville, Georgia. Then took that to a distributor in Charleston, South Carolina. Went to another shipper, which is like right around the corner. And when I left, as I'm driving down the highway, the mount that my air hoses and electric cable is connected to, the whole thing breaks off the truck, and my hoses snap. My fender is cracked from the part getting caught. Like, I guess it got caught, like, as it came out the truck, it hit the fender. And because I heard it when I ran over it, and I had like seconds to quickly react. I had to cross 2 lanes just to try to get to the shoulder before my trailer brakes locked up. So I'm gonna insert pictures, but I made it to the shoulder, but my trailer, the tandems was still like in the lane where the on-ramp lets onto. So yeah, so I hurried up, jumped out the truck. Couldn't even I had my flashers on, but the trailer didn't have any power to it, so I had to hurry up and put my triangles out. And it's crazy because, like, in a moment like that, you will be like so shaken up and not knowing what to do. Like, I didn't panic. I mean, I dropped the F-bomb. I definitely dropped the F-bomb because I started to hear the air in my knob. I heard it like spewing out. So I checked my mirrors real quick, and like I took a second and a half to cross the lanes. It was like a 1/4 mile skid mark of tire tracks of me trying to like come to a safe stop and not be in the flow of traffic. And as soon as I stopped, got the triangles out, like that was the first thing I did, like pop the brakes, got those triangles out. Like, I ran back there to try to like block the lane off, and I called 911. Anytime that you break down and you're blocking a lane, you have to call 911 to get somebody out to help redirect the flow of traffic. I was on I-26 going westbound, and it was pretty busy because it was like around 4 o'clock, so rush hour was just starting. And it's crazy, like the stuff that flew off the truck, I ran it over. A few cars ran it over. Like, DOT was like, yeah, the cars are back there running it over. It's crazy. So I'm gonna have to get my fender replaced that goes over my drive tires, because the mount piece that came off the truck, like, it cracked it. My hoses were like split in half. The whole electric cable came out. Like, it snatched part of the outlet from the trailer, so I have to take that to a repair shop once I'm done getting unloaded. And the inside chute has to get fixed because the shipper like stacked the boxes super high. It was a draw load, so they stacked the boxes super high and tore the chute while they were doing it. It was like careless. But yeah, so DOT, the little hero people, they came with their flashers on their trucks, and got some cones out. The guy was like pretty like cool about it. He was like, "You okay?" I was like, "Yeah." Like, for some reason, I'm not really like, I'm looking at the situation now and I'm kind of like shaken up about it. But in the midst of everything happening, I was calm and collected, and I had to just think quick on my feet. Otherwise, that would have been a pretty messy situation where somebody could have ran into the back of my truck because of the way it had to stop. You know, anytime that you lose air in your emergency line, you have seconds before it starts to the brakes lock up. So yeah, and my dog was looking like, what's going on? Like, I ain't never seen this happen. And you also have to be controlled in how you're steering, because if you oversteer, if you do anything too excessive, it can cause your truck to roll over. So I had to think like safety first, but to try to get out of the way and be safe. So I'm gonna insert the pictures there. Like, it'll show you where like there's a piece broken out from like the trim or the fender at the top or the side panel on the truck, where all the hoses, the airlines, they were mounted up there. That whole little black piece where the bungees and the carabiner, all that snapped off. The cables in half, just gone. Bella, no ma'am. But yeah, like, I had to check to make sure that the tires weren't messed up on the trailer. Even though the outlet, the socket for the electric cable, where the electric cable goes in to give the trailer lights power, that's pulled out, it still works. It just needs to be fixed, because I'm pretty sure if I drop that trailer and don't report it or don't get it fixed, somebody's gonna complain and be like, this wasn't reported in the inspection and all that. But yeah, it was pretty scary. But overall it took an hour for roadside to, not even an hour, like, over the whole process itself took an hour, but it didn't take them an hour to come out, fix, you know, the issue and change out my hoses. Like, I've changed out my hoses before. I just didn't have an extra set on the truck, which next time I go through a terminal, I'm gonna get an extra set, because it's easy to change out the hoses. But yeah, so that's how my yesterday went. After you have a pretty a big adrenaline rush, you become exhausted, and that's what happened yesterday. I drove all the way from Charleston. After that, I drove all the way from Charleston to right at the state line of Maryland. I parked at a rest area. Found me a good parking spot too. Parked at the rest area right before I crossed into Maryland. They gave me like 3 hours to get to Delaware. So I made it to my 90 a little early, but not too early where they wouldn't accept me in. Like, I got here in decent timing. And now my next my pre-plan is sending me from here, sending me to New Jersey. But of course, I have to reach out to Road Assist to see where they want me to take that trailer to get fixed. And from New Jersey, I'm headed to Virginia. They're getting me back home, since I have to be home on the 15th. I have like a lot of errands to run, laundry to do. Bella has to go to the vet because it's time for another one of, like, she has to do her deworming thing, and she's getting groomed, and then she's going to the sitters. I have to do some grooming so I can look decent for this trip. You know, pedicure, manicure. some last minute shopping. I do have to get another suitcase, do some packing, all of that fun jazz. I pretty much have everything solidified. One of my friends that I came through orientation at Prime with, she wants me to do a travel vlog for Spain. So those videos I will record, or I will try to get that planning video done while I'm at home to show how I planned everything out as far as like transportation, accommodations, all of that nature. I do all of that, as well as the whole traveling to Spain, going to sightsee, just enjoying myself overall. Like, so much has been happening this last week and a half, or it's time for me to just be like, you know what, I need a reset. Like, I mentally need a reset, and I'm just running on fumes. But I'm not complaining, because I'm blessed, and that's all I have to say about that. But it is definitely time for a reset. So, flat tire, APU issues, emergency breakdown, more APU issues that I'm not even gonna worry about right now, because as long as there's some air flowing in this thing, I'm not even concerned. But it's all a part of running your own business. Like, lease operator, you're gonna have some expenses. I can definitely say that. But I'm out of this thing. Thank you guys for tuning in to the Traveling Southern Belle. I'm signing out right here, right now. Peace.